Number 1. The phantom vibration. We've all felt it, that sudden buzz in your pocket as if your phone just went off. You whip it out, only to find absolutely nothing. No message, no notification, just empty silence. What you've experienced is phantom vibration syndrome, your brain's trickery at its finest. Your mind is so used to the constant stream of notifications that it starts to create false sensations. It's like your nervous system is experiencing a bad case of FOMO, fear of missing out, and it's causing you to feel vibrations that aren't there. It's not a virus or an infection. It's your brain getting a little too attached to its digital companion. But here's the terrifying part. This isn't just a harmless quirk. It's an example of how our brains can be manipulated by external stimuli and habit. If our brains can be tricked into thinking our phones are buzzing when they're not, what else can be manipulated in the same way? In the grand scheme, this might seem like a small glitch, but it's a chilling reminder of how easily our minds can be hijacked. Number 2. The Mandela effect. You remember something clearly, right? You're certain the popular children's book series was called the Berenstain Bears, not Berenstain Bears. You swear you can hear the villain in Star Wars say, "Luke, I am your father," when it's actually just, "I am your father." You're not alone. Many others share these same memories. This is the Mandela effect, a collective false memory that confounds and confuses. Named after the false memory that Nelson Mandela died in prison, when he didn't, this phenomenon highlights how our brains aren't perfect record keepers. They're more like a Wikipedia page, constantly being edited by new information, biases, and external influences. It's not a conspiracy. It's biology. Our memories aren't as reliable as we'd like to believe. The scariest part? If our brains can mix up details like this, it's not a stretch to imagine how much more vulnerable we are to larger manipulations. A simple memory glitch could lead to massive confusion or misunderstanding. The mind is a powerful thing, but it's not infallible. Number 3. The self-serving bias. The self-serving bias. The brain's way of making sure you always come out on top. You nailed that presentation because you're a genius. You aced that exam because you studied like a champ. But when things go wrong, it's not your fault. You failed the test because the professor hates you, or you got into a car accident because the other driver was a complete idiot. This cognitive bias allows us to protect our self-esteem by attributing our successes to our own brilliance and our failures to external factors. It's like a personal cheerleader who always finds a way to make you feel better about yourself. But here's the twist. It's not just a harmless quirk. This bias is also a blind spot that can distort reality and prevent us from growing, learning, or taking responsibility. It makes the world seem like a very convenient place, where we're the heroes of every story, even when things go wrong. It's not a virus or bacteria, it's just your brain doing its best to keep you happy, even if it means losing touch with reality. These psychological quirks remind us that our minds, while incredibly powerful, are far from perfect. From phantom phone vibrations to distorted memories and a self-serving view of the world, these are all ways our brains trick us into believing we are in control, even when we're not. The scariest part? These tricks are built into our biology, and they could be far more dangerous than we realize. When our brains can distort something as basic as a memory or perception, it raises the question, what else are we missing? Number 4. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. Have you ever learned about something new, whether it's a word, a brand, or even a type of car, and suddenly it feels like you're seeing it everywhere? It's not just a coincidence. It's the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. This is a cognitive bias where once you notice something new, your brain becomes hyper-aware of it. And suddenly it feels like the universe is throwing this new thing at you from all angles. It's like you've unlocked a new level in your brain, and now everything you see is related to that new discovery. But here's the kicker. It's not that the universe is conspiring against you. It's just your brain getting a new obsession, like a computer that's been upgraded with a fresh program. Your mind starts to filter the world through this new lens, so what was once invisible is now suddenly everywhere. The scariest part? It's not a virus or a conspiracy. It's simply your brain playing tricks on you, convincing you that the world is more connected and deliberate than it actually is. Number 5. The placebo and nocebo effect. What if I told you that your mind could literally make you feel better just by believing you are being treated, even when you aren't? Or conversely, that your mind could make you feel sick by believing something harmful is happening, even when there's no physical cause. This is the power of the placebo and nocebo effect. With the placebo effect, you believe you're getting a real treatment, and even if it's just a sugar pill, your body responds as if it's real medicine. But the nocebo effect is the dark side, where you believe you're being harmed, and your body starts to manifest symptoms of illness, even though nothing is actually wrong. It's the mind's incredible ability to create or cure diseases based solely on belief. The terrifying part? It's not some magic trick. It's a real biological phenomenon where your brain holds the power to manipulate your health. Just by thinking something is true, your brain becomes the hacker, and it could be working to turn you into your own worst enemy. Number 6. Exploding head syndrome. You're trying to fall asleep. The world is quiet, and then suddenly, boom, you hear an explosion in your head, so loud it feels like a bomb went off right next to you. But when you open your eyes, there's no explosion, no chaos, just silence. Welcome to exploding head syndrome, a rare sleep disorder that causes a person to experience loud, imaginary noises while falling asleep. These explosions can be incredibly terrifying, leaving you startled and convinced something catastrophic has just happened. The worst part? It's not a dream, and it's not a physical threat. It's all your brain's doing, playing tricks on you as it drifts into sleep. It's like your brain is messing with your perception of reality, creating a loud, startling experience that feels so real but has no actual cause. This syndrome isn't caused by a virus. It's just your brain glitching in the most unsettling way possible, pulling a cruel prank that leaves you with a sense of fear, confusion, and physical shock. These conditions, Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, the placebo and nocebo effects, and exploding head syndrome, show just how easily our brains can hijack our perception of reality. They remind us that our minds, for all their incredible capabilities, are not always reliable. From convincing us that the world is aligned against us to making us feel pain or pleasure through sheer belief, these are very real ways that our brains can bend our reality. And in the case of exploding head syndrome, our brains might even turn on us at night, reminding us that the mind, for all its power, is still a little bit mysterious and at times downright spooky. Number 7. The spotlight effect. You walk into a crowded room and suddenly all eyes are on you. You trip over your own feet, spill coffee down your shirt, or say something that feels completely stupid, and in that moment you're sure that everyone is silently judging you. But here's the thing. They're not. In fact, they're all probably too busy worrying about their own mishaps, their own flaws, and their own moments of embarrassment. This is the spotlight effect, a cognitive bias that tricks us into believing that we are the center of attention. The truth? Most people are far more concerned with their own insecurities than with yours. It's like your brain is throwing a tantrum in your honor, convincing you that the world is focused on your every move, when in reality, no one is paying as much attention as you think. It's a funny, frustrating, and completely normal part of human nature, but it can make everyday situations feel like a stage performance where you're always in the spotlight, even when no one's watching. Number 8. Sleep paralysis. Imagine waking up in the dead of night, fully aware of your surroundings, but completely unable to move. You can't speak, you can't scream for help, and your body is entirely paralyzed. But then, just to make things worse, you start to feel a presence in the room, maybe a shadowy figure standing over you, or an overwhelming sense of dread and fear. This is sleep paralysis, a terrifying condition where your brain wakes up while your body is still in a state of sleep paralysis. It's like your body gets stuck in between wakefulness and sleep, and in that state, hallucinations often occur. The feeling of being watched or attacked is common, and you might even experience a sense of suffocation or pressure on your chest. It's not a supernatural experience, though. It's a very real physiological response. Your body is just temporarily out of sync with your brain, and the terror you feel is a result of your body being trapped by your mind. While not a zombie apocalypse scenario, it's a frightening reminder of how powerful and mysterious our brains really are. Number 9. The brain's deletion feature. Ever walked into a room and completely forgotten what you went there for? You stand there, staring blankly, trying to recall your original thought, but it's gone. Poof. This is the phenomenon I like to call the brain's deletion feature, where your brain seemingly erases information it deems unimportant. It's like a computer running a constant diagnostic scan, deciding what's crucial and what can be thrown away to make room for new data. What's terrifying is that your brain can sometimes delete seemingly important memories or details, stuff that would have been useful, leaving you standing in the middle of the room, wondering what on earth you were supposed to be doing. It's a reminder that our brains, though incredible, have their own priorities, and sometimes what they think is unimportant is exactly what we need to remember. Imagine if this deletion feature went haywire. What if your brain just started deleting memories you didn't want to forget? These mind-bending conditions, whether it's the feeling that you're always under the microscope, being paralyzed by your own sleep, or forgetting important details in the blink of an eye, remind us that our brains, while fascinating, are far from perfect. They can play tricks on us, make us feel vulnerable, and cause us to question what's real. So next time you forget why you walked into a room or think everyone is staring at your coffee spill, just know your brain is really good at convincing you it's the center of the universe.